let's talk about Orias, or Oriax, depending on who you ask. We're going to go with Orias. Orias comes from a book called The Lesser Key of Solomon, which is one of several books that are ostensibly authored by the famous King Solomon of the Bible, who himself may or may not have even actually existed. The jury's quite out on that one. It governs a lot of bits of information about different kinds of demons, but itself is not meant to be unholy. Rather, it's more like, hey, you're a holy person, right? You can make these assholes do what you tell them to do, and here's a list of them, and here's what they can do for you. A little weird, I know, but there's a whole subset of Judaism called Kabbalism that deals with this. It's complicated. It's beyond the purview of this short episode. I will give you, however, the rundown of him from The Lesser Key of Solomon itself, which is a book that was compiled in about the 17th century, although it's using works that are much older than that. And again, supposedly King Solomon wrote the thing. Obviously not, because he would have been dead a long time after it had been written. Or before it had been written, yeah. He would have died well before the first bits of it were written out. In any case, the Lesser Key of Solomon describes Oriax, who's the 59th guy in the book, as this. The 59th spirit is Oriax, or Orias. He is a great marquis, and appeareth in the form of a lion, riding upon a horse mighty and strong, with a serpent's tail. And he holdeth in his right hand 2 great serpents hissing. His office is to teach the virtues of the stars, and to know the mansions of the planets, and how to understand their virtues. He also transformeth men, and he giveth dignities, prelacies, and confirmation thereof. Also favor with friends and with foes. He doth govern 30 legions of spirits, and his seal is this. That's it. That's what you get. That's the only documentation of this entity that I could find, and I looked, believe you me. I spent a while trying to find more than that, because I thought, oh, this is not enough, but that's what you have. He doesn't exist outside of the Lesser Key of Solomon as far as I can tell. Now let me translate that, because that's a little bit ye oldie for a lot of my viewers, probably. Basically, if you summoned this dude, he would tell you all about the bullshit astrological pseudosciences. So he'd tell you like what your sign is and what it means and stuff like that, and how that's important to you. He can also change you into any shape you want, which is a very drastically different ability from the first thing. And he can get you given various titles and offices and make that all up and legit. A prelacy is a position in the Christian church. Someone who's got a prelacy is a prelate. You may have heard that word before, but not prelacy itself. So, weirdly enough, this demon can get you in good with the Christian church. Don't understand that. And he can also make people like you more. 30 legions of spirits is not totally clear. It means demons. He basically runs 30 legions of demons. If we're going by Roman term for a legion, that would be a total of 90,000 demons, which, well, that begs the question of why he didn't summon any of them when I was whooping his butt in the hospital. In any case, that's it for Orias. There's not a lot to discuss with this creature, or entity, or being, whatever you want to call it. He doesn't show up a lot in Shin Megami Tensei. He's the very first boss in the first game, and he's the very first boss in a spin-off game as well, Strange Journey, where he looks a fair bit different. They've gone from holding serpents in his hands to his hands being serpents. So they took some liberties with him. He's an interesting design, and he does have the tradition of being that first boss, so he's always kind of easy. Beyond that, there's not much about him. Popular culture has probably done more with him than the actual Lesser Key of Solomon itself did. In any case, that's all I have. I hope you'll tune in for the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.